Need help starting your self-care journey? Well, keep watching. I have some practical tips that work and some which cost little to no money. Hi, my name is Fee, and welcome back to my channel where we are a community of women getting rid of self-limiting belief and embracing life with confidence and grace. Before I jump into some self-care tips, let me first start off with what self-care is not. Self-care is not about perfection. This is not a one-size-fits-all. So you want to cater your self-care routine on what it is your needs are and what it is that you want to nourish yourself. It's about nurturing yourself and recharging your mind, your body, your spirit. We're not looking for perfection or what other people deem as perfection. You're just there to nurture yourself. So don't fall into the trap in feeling that it's supposed to be one way. It's not. It's catered to what it is that you need. Self-care is not overindulgence. Yes, you should take care of yourself. Yes, you should delight in the small things, but in everything that we do is in moderation. Self-care is not an excuse to overindulge. Whether that means eating, where yes, you can have a slice of cheesecake, a piece of chocolate, but maybe you shouldn't be eating a whole cheesecake in one day or a whole cheesecake every day or a whole bag of candy in one day. You're overdoing it. That's not what it's about, because that in itself is not really nurturing yourself. Or in another aspect, it's not about purchasing all these things that you think you need. Those are overindulgent, especially at the sake of being broke or in debt. It's about having a healthy balance. Self-care is not a reward. Now, your self-care journey is an ongoing process. And we have to make sure that we're not treating self-care as like, oh, let me reward myself today for doing such and such. For example, if you're at work and you're working hard, you have a major project and you're just working, and you tell yourself, I will rest when I'm done, that's not gonna work. That means you lead yourself to get overworked, burnt out, and actually be less productive, because rest is not a reward. Relaxation is not a reward. Self-care is maintaining your well-being. That's not a reward. It should be integrated into your everyday routine in some type of aspect. By regularly taking breaks or relaxing, resting, engaging in joyous activities, you are making sure to maintain your energy level to be more productive, to improve your overall well-being. Self-care is not selfish. It's essential. I had to learn this firsthand, where basically you're doing everything for everyone else and you're forgetting to actually fill your cup. So therefore you're not able to help anyone else because you're empty. So self-care is making sure to take care of yourself so you can also take care of others around you. And I say that self-care is not selfish. Yes, we are making ourselves a priority, but it's not selfish. I know, and I hope you all know, that we are not here essentially just for ourselves. We're here to serve God and serve others. So you need to make sure that you are helping other people too, but in order to do that, you need to make sure that you're taking care of yourself first. By you caring for yourself, you're able to replenish, get some energy to help take care of other people. Remember, taking care of yourself is a gift to others too. Now that we got that all out the way of what self-care is not, let's jump into some practical tips that you can do today. And very simple, and I'm pretty sure you probably already heard of some of them, but they are essential to your self-care routine. Everything else you can incorporate later, but these are the things that I think is really important to make sure that you get a good start on your self-care journey. Tip number 1, prioritize quality sleep. And I know you hear this all the time, but sleep is very important. That whole hustle culture of saying I'll sleep until I'm dead is a very negative one. You need to prioritize sleep. This is important for your overall mental, emotional, and physical well-being. So the best thing for you to do is create a sleeping routine or better sleeping habits. And the sleeping routine can incorporate making sure your environment is set the right way, where maybe the lighting is great for sleeping, like not having bright lights. Your bed is nice and comfortable, that you don't have a lot of crap on your bed where you can't get comfortable and sleep right. That, I'm not going to tell you how to live your life, but maybe not have your room so cluttered that you can actually go to sleep peacefully. Avoiding activities that does not give you restful sleep, such as scrolling on social media all night when you know you're supposed to wake up at 5 and you're still on your phone at 2. Also, binge watching certain TV shows. It's cool to watch your shows at night to relax, but maybe you shouldn't watch a whole season. Remember, everything in moderation, and you want to make sure that you are resting, that you are sleeping, you are re-energizing your body. Tip number 2, dress to feel good. When dressing, the most important thing that I think you could do for yourself is to dress in a way that makes you feel confident. It's not about how others think you should dress, but it's about how you feel when you put on something. You should feel confident. You should feel like, this makes me feel very pretty. I feel very confident. I feel like I could own the room in this. I feel like me in this. Dress for your body, dress for your personal style, dress for whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable. You can stick to what makes you feel comfortable and add other trendy pieces or whatever into your wardrobe. You don't want to follow trends just because you feel like you have to. Also, don't fall into the trap of buying things that you don't need. You probably don't need 10 purses. Maybe you need like 4 or 3 or 1. You probably don't need 20 pair of jeans if they all look alike. Stick to what is best for your lifestyle. We can't go shopping, like I can't, let me talk for myself. I can't go shopping like some of these celebrities. So I'm not gonna sit there and try to spend the money like them either. I'm not going into debt for a certain wardrobe. That's just me. And if you're one that you need to revamp or level up your wardrobe, it's good to do some research or try to see what it is that you like that fits your personality, your style, your body type. Pinterest is good to kind of get an idea of what it is that you want, or following certain influencer. I recommend following people who has similar body type as you, or even height. Like I have a short torso and long legs, so it's kind of hard for me to find like pants that are long enough sometimes. So I like to follow people that I know. I'm like, okay, how tall are they? I know, I like those pants. That might actually fit me. I really don't like going out to shop, so I like to shop online. So that kind of helps me sometimes. And I think it's good to follow people that are similar to you, especially if they kind of exude the confidence, so you don't feel the need to compare yourself to other people whose body type is different from you. Don't fall into the trap of comparison. You are you. And like I said before, dress to what makes you feel confident, what makes you feel comfortable, and what makes you feel beautiful. And that could be whatever you think that is. Tip number 3, the one I struggle with. Schedule time for exercise. I'm sure we all know that exercise is great for your overall well-being. The more we move our bodies, the better, especially for our mental and physical well-being. And if you have a busy schedule or not so busy schedule, I think the best thing to do is to actually schedule those times where you know you can exercise. And that will be part of your self-care routine, because you're taking care of your body. You're making sure to make that be a part of your daily routine. Make sure that you schedule it correctly. Like, if it's a heavy day, you can't do it that day. Maybe you want to start small, doing it 3 times a week. I like trying to reach the goal of walking 10,000 steps. Regularly moving my body and exercising and incorporate that to my routine has done great for my health, and which is why I continue to do so. And even if I fall off a little bit, I always get right back on it again. Tip number 4. Now it's time to put that superwoman cape away. You cannot be everything for everyone, rescue everyone, help everyone, do everything for everyone, and then do nothing for yourself. You want to accept the help or even delegate tasks to other people to help you out. Sometimes our burdens are even too much, and we tend to carry them and add more on top of that, when there are other people around who are willing and are asking to help, but you can't seem to let go. You need to let go. Ask for help, especially if you have supportive friends and family. It's okay to ask for help. I remember one time I was working nights. I worked night for like 12 years. And I'm a list person. I write stuff on sticky notes all the time. I just like to write a list because I love to check things off. And so before I went to bed, I wrote a list of things that I knew I had to do, because Writing things down, especially when I'm feeling overwhelmed, helped me to just kind of clear my mind. And I didn't want to have to go to sleep with all these things just bouncing in my head. So I wrote down all the things that I knew I had to do that day, starting with the most important things I had to do first. Wrote it down, I left it on my dresser, and I went to sleep. But long and behold, my husband came along. He saw what I wrote on my list, and while I was sleeping, managed to check off most of those things off my list. Now, did I even think to ask him, hey, can you help me out? No, I don't even know why, because he's a very helpful partner. He's always helping. He's good with the kids. I don't even know why I didn't ask, because I was so used to just trying to do things all by myself. But it was just so nice to have someone help me. And I never verbalized it, but because I wrote it down, he was able to know what type of help that I needed. Sometimes people want to help you, they just don't know how, and you are not telling them. You're not asking. So speak up. Speak up and ask what it is that you need help with. You don't have to do it all by yourself. Tip number 5, set healthy boundaries. This is when learning to say no and getting rid of your people-pleasing way is gonna need to happen. Setting healthy boundaries help in your mental and emotional well-being, as well as foster like really good relationships with family and friends. It's when they know what your boundaries are. Setting boundaries is not a selfish act. It's actually showing others how you value yourself, how you value your time, how you value your space. You're showing yourself self-respect when you're setting boundaries. If you're just getting the hang of setting boundaries, saying no, and getting rid of your people-pleasing ways, understand it is a process. It's an ongoing process. So give yourself a little bit of grace if it's not happening as fast as you would like it to, but know that it's important for you to do that. Having a supportive network can provide encouragement and accountability. Prioritizing your needs and your limits recharges you in your interaction with other people. Remember, self-care should be part of your everyday life, which is why it's important to prioritize consistency over quantity. You want to make sure you're more consistent versus having sporadic major moments. It's all about the small little moments that you incorporate into your life that helps you to have better habits and truly nurture yourself and love on yourself. Self-care is not about treating yourself occasionally. It's about creating a sustainable routine that supports your long-term well-being. Find the self-care routines that fit seamless into your life. It's not about what anybody else thinks. It's all about what you would like in your life, your needs, and what you need to feed or nurture in your life. Listen to your mind and your body and make adjustments as you need to. Remember, this is not about perfection. It's what is needed in your life, and what may work this week may not work next week, or what works this year may not work next year. Your self-care journey is very important, and every little small step matters. Share your own self-care tips in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. Like, share, subscribe for more content about self-development and self-care. Thank you for watching.